The Governor of Katsina State has hosted the first ever Sub-national Convergence on Sustainable Development Goals in Nigeria, aimed at charting a transformative course towards a prosperous, equitable and environmentally sustainable future for the state. The Katsina State Governor, while speaking at the event which held in Abuja, says the event is a significant milestone in the state pursuit of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The event has in attendance stakeholders from various sectors of the economy, including government officials, private sector, representatives, and community leaders.
It's not about creating an agency or having a strategic policy, but it's about having the right person or right people to drive it. Since then, we started searching for those people that we work with. We have been in Dubai a year before election for 2 weeks, and we were able to put off all the nitty-gritty, and then we were able to start scouting for people that will come and work with us. We are very conscious of the fact that we need to make political consideration. But even for making political consideration, we give out our stakeholders a mandate to nominate people whom we put in government, or we give them a mandate with nothing less than a degree. So, but for us, we have separated it into two. We say, okay, let's give 40 to 50% political consideration, but at least with a degree. And then we also look other places and look at people who have the capacity to drive it, even if they are not politicians. But we especially concentrate on young people. That is why, on the average, we have more people less than 45 years in government than people above 45 years. What we need now in this country is commitment, sincerity of purpose. People have lost confidence in leadership in this country over time. So when a politician speaks, they will say, it's a liar, they will cheat us, they are stealing our money, and all sorts of things. We need to change this narrative. We need to change this thing. We need to make people believe that leadership is about trust. Leadership is about justice, equity. Katsina State has been suffering from insecurity. We have been spending money that is supposed to be for schools, for hospitals, for employment, what have you, on security. If we don't have that challenge, we wouldn't have been spending that money on that. And you can't get any meaningful economic development without security. And the major responsibility for any government is to secure the life and property of their citizens. That is what is enshrined in the Constitution of the country. We need to do it, and we have to do it together.
Under this mathematics area, we are looking at basic education. We are looking at how we are going to integrate the non-formal school into formal education system. We're expanding on adult literacy and non-formal education intervention, enhancing opportunities for girls' education, and this is what is happening under the Agile project. We are looking also fostering the partnership with all levels of government, and this is what Katsina has invited the Federal Minister of Education to be part of this momentum. We're also looking at technical and vocational education training, and all stakeholders have to work together to ensure that we achieve this thing.
In making this master plan, the first thing we looked at is the significance of the SDGs office. Why were the SDGs really established? Why is there a specific office for SDGs? Of course, it has to be to coordinate implementation and the monitoring and evaluation of, monitoring and reporting of the SDGs. Without these, this is the core of SDGs. As a unit under the governor's office, the SDGs office, of course, cannot achieve the SDGs. What we can do, though, is to accelerate them through all the respective MDAs. We need all of them to be able to accelerate the SDGs.
From May last year to date, 303 secondary schools that are renovated, no single child sit on the floor. The story was that all of the children sat on the floor before that date. Not only that the children are now attending school, but the economic quintile of their mothers has improved, because we now have 84,000 families that have the small amount of money to start small businesses courtesy of the cash transfer. Your Excellency, the project under you has given approval for equipping 200 secondary schools with digital learning materials to address the capacity gap and the knowledge gap we have on digital literacy.